All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. What's up, bud?
What's up, bro?
I'm glad you can make it out here with us, bro.
On the pod. Momentum.
Finally got you out
Momentum.
here, bro. Finally got you out here. We got the light just for you too.
I know this
Very
this,
first episode with the light.
for people that aren't in the truck. This is sick. This is sick. Mo's done a great job with this.
Here, just get a little closer for me.
Oh, there we go. This
Yeah.
is dope.
No, it's dope. I feel like every time we're getting better too.
Yep.
The first one or two, we did OJ, we did Stephen Carr, we did a Magoogan pod. We had some of the Vandy guys on here, Jeremy.
Yep.
Gabe was on here. But this is for sure the best setup. I mean, you got a sign on there too, the whole signature wall.
Everything.
I like it. It's kind of homey.
Everything. Right in the middle of
Yeah.
USC's campus.
The problem's gonna be taking it all down and distributing the food.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Because like you've done the runs with us at Vanderbilt in Nashville.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's gonna be a little difficult, but we'll pull it off.
Definitely. And
The couch is comfortable for the volunteers, so we'll just put the food all along here. Volunteers can sit here, obviously take down the equipment, the lights, all the expensive stuff, and otherwise I think it could run.
It will. And you got it running at a lot of different places too now, so
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Actually, so I just got off the phone a few hours ago with the chef at LSU.
Oh, snap. Are they
Yeah.
doing what's
You didn't
going
know
on?
that?
Nope.
Yeah, so we
Oh.
bought a truck for LSU. It's actually already wrapped. It's got the logo on it and everything. Right now it's in Miami. And they actually reached out to us. Yeah.
Bienvenidos.
No, so some of the beach volleyball girls actually, they reached out. They DM'd me on IG. They saw what we were doing with second
DM'd
spoon. Yeah.
It slid in your
They
DMs
slid in for second spoon, baby.
for second spoon.
Yeah.
Mo for Bachelor. We got him. We got him for next year or the year after that. You heard it here.
Yo, it's not a bad idea.
It's not
You
a bad
think so?
idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Dude's got a nonprofit that's going crazy. He goes to USC grad school, Vandy undergrad,
Got a
backup
cannon.
scholarship quarterback. Come on now, and single,
And sing.
and from Miami. He
And
speaks
from Miami.
Spanish too,
Yeah.
and Arabic. You didn't know that about him.
Honestly, I would do it. At least I would consider it.
Yeah.
The problem is you have to go up through the ranks as a bachelorette guy before you can be the bachelor guy.
That's easy.
I don't know if I could do that, bro.
Yeah.
Would you?
I can't do it.
Well, okay. Yeah, I know you have a girlfriend. Kamaya's great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kamaya.
Shout out to
Oh, did Aaron Rodgers' brother have to go through all?
Yeah,
He had to go through all
Jordan.
the, I thought
Well, he
just
was
got
never
like a
the
pass.
bachelor. He was only on the bachelorette. He won the bachelorette.
Oh.
And then so he
Oh
was
wait, he's not. Wait,
the bachelorette where there's a woman, right? And
Yeah, he
she's the
won it?
one-
and
he
they didn't
won
stay
that.
together.
No, they're together right now. Remember I
Oh,
met
that's
them
how he did.
at
That's
the
it.
SEC
Yeah,
championship.
you did meet him.
Yeah, so it was Jordan and JoJo.
Okay.
JoJo was the bachelorette. She won it.
We
She
should turn
told
this
Jordan.
into a discussion about the Bachelor and Bachelorette, and
can.
expand our market.
I actually didn't watch. I only saw a part of last episode.
It's a solid
you see
episode.
it?
I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of like people that are against the norm.
Victoria.
Victoria.
Give
She
you-
was rude, but I liked Victoria.
Well,
Don't judge
I
me.
think she grew on America.
She grew-
Bro.
yeah, she grew.
Because in the beginning, we're like, "Who is this woman?" She shows up in the,
Way too strong.
wedding gown.
Way too
She's
strong.
a queen. Like no one knows what a queen is as a profession. We're like, "Who are you?"
Way too strong.
And for some reason, I don't know what it is. We're like, "Yeah, she's all right."
She's all right. Victoria.
Who else?
Another one I like against the norm. Katie. She came on way too strong
Yeah,
with the
remind
dildo.
me. Oh, she's the dildo woman.
The dildo woman. She came on strong with
Yeah.
that, but she's really nice.
Is she still on? She's still on.
She's
She
still on
got
there.
the final rose. Yeah.
She's still on there.
Some of the new girls I thought were very solid.
Britt,
I don't know their name.
Bree,
but-
top two.
Yeah.
Coach Reed runs the toughest training camp in all the NFL. I heard the Ravens are probably next with Harbaugh, but I mean Coach Reed's training camp. I mean that's why they win. Everyone's prepared to be great, and training camp is sometimes considered harder than the season. I don't know how true that is, but I wasn't there.
But
for the
what
season.
about it specifically? Because it's not a college football training camp. When you hear college football training camp, they're working you to death, right?
Right.
You're up at 6 a.m. You don't get home till 11. So that's
It's
different.
like
Are we good, by the way, Bowling? Okay. Just checking.
It's like long drive drill. No one does that. Long drive drill is like start from the 5, and you got 16 plays in a row, 17 plays in a row. Tyreek, no, you're not coming out. Sammy, no, you're not coming out. Like D-Rob, stay in there. Nicole, go get Tyreek, spell him for a play. Get back in there. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And then, of course, they take all the 1s reps, and then it's me and French, who's still on the team, Jody and Kalijah, taking all the 2s and 3 reps, or actually the 3s. I forgot about Dieter.
2s and 3s.
I forgot about Dieter and Pringle and those guys. So maybe the 3 reps.
Yeah.
Depending on the day, we take the 2s.
Like, who are you running with? The 2s and 3s.
Oh yeah, definitely with the 2s and 3s sometimes. Yeah. Got a little around.
You get like one. You get 1s rep. You're like, I was with the 1s today. Yeah.
I don't even know if I got 1 rep. I think actually I did. I got a couple reps out there when Pat was quarterback. I got a couple.
Yeah. That's something.
I was with Chad though. I was with Chad and Matt Moore.
Chad's a homie, bro.
Chad is cool.
Chad's a homie.
Chad is cool. Matt Moore is cool.
Yeah.
Some old guys.
Those are vets, bro. They've been in the league for a minute.
For a minute. And then I'm just trying to think who I was out there with that people would know. No, I was never out there with Trav. DeAndre Washington.
Who's that?
No. Running back. Running back. Used to play for the Raiders. Good dude too. Really
He's
good. He's
getting
dude.
reps right now. I don't see.
No. He ended up with. He actually ended up starting for maybe the Texans or somebody like that. Yeah. Clyde's out there.
Was Le'Veon out there?
He got hurt.
But he was hurt during training camp.
Yeah.
I feel like when you
got to pull up this video of me doing the shimmy with Clyde walking over and being like, "What the? Can we curse?"
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Being like, "What the fuck are you doing, Justice?" And I was on when he was mic'd up. It was perfect. It was perfect timing.
Where do I find it?
Where do we find this?
Just type in NFL training camp mic'd up Clyde Edwards Hilaire. Dang, I knew that too well.
Yeah. Half the user just.
I knew that too well. Yeah, we gotta look that up. Who did you say it was? Clyde Edwards.
Clyde.
Just the whole offense is stacked, man. Receiver, running back, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Pat Mahomes. Is that that's the other meeting? You want to put that down a little bit, though? Could we?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, I'm a
Justice runs a 7-on-7 team.
I don't run a team.
He's a head coach. He's a head coach. He asked me to be his offensive coordinator, to which I said, of course.
Yeah.
We run a hybrid offense, a little bit of air raid principles, got some spread.
Yeah.
We definitely need to put that down a little bit. Huh?
Oh, yeah, we got the noise in the background, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be very annoying.
Wait, why is that playing like that? All right, let's pull up this video.
Are you up on here? Is it that first one?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So you said you're shimmying.
I was shimmying.
Who told you to stop?
I didn't stop.
No, but who told you? Someone said something.
Clyde
said stop. Why?
Clyde was my locker mate too.
Oh, for real?
Because I was always shimmying and dancing on the field, man. I really took the approach that I didn't know when I wasn't gonna be there anymore. I actually have like a couple. I have a couple of stories. Like I was in a hot tub with a dude, and I kid you not, I went out to practice, and we were together, and the next period, he was gone. He was in the hot tub with me. He was getting ready for practice. I went out to practice. During the next period, I didn't see him. He was gone. It's crazy.
As in it was 2-a-days and there was another practice later that day?
He was gone. He was cut. He was cut. Or we're going out. Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes DeAndre right there. Hey, Clyde is country.
Is he really?
Country.
Where's he from?
Louisiana.
Oh, he's from
I just want to play football, man. I just want to play football.
I wonder if he's from Baton Rouge.
There goes Dylan right there. Woo. There go Clyde in the background. Ooh-wee.
He's not a big guy, bro.
Clyde can catch, bro.
How tall is Clyde?
He's not that big, but he can catch, man. There go D-Rob. Always dancing. There go Tyreek. Him and Elijah went.
Ooh, that boy tuned in.
Oh yeah,
Who's
go
number
here.
1?
He said, "Oh yeah, that boy Justice is tripping."
Oh, that's you right there.
Yeah, scratching his head like, "What are you doing, Jay?" Yeah, that's it right there.
That's great. You're probably just looking straight at the cameras too. You're just trying to get.
I was eating up the cameras.
100%.
I was eating up the cameras.
100%. Because you don't know when you're gonna get cut either. As an undrafted guy, you're just going in,
Yeah.
trying to make the best out of it.
Oh, absolutely. Man, that brings back memories.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
That's hilarious.
That's smooth.
Yeah, man.
That's smooth, man. Clyde's a guy who, like, I haven't seen a lot of, like, one of those dudes who just jump up the draft boards in 1 year. It shows you what 1 year can do. Almost like a Joe Burrow.
Crazy.
Right? Because, like, Burrow leaves junior year.
Crazy.
Maybe goes 5th, 6th round, something like that. Clyde, did Clyde even play before this last year? He might have gone some PT, but
yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah,
I mean it's LSU.
He just blew up. I feel like all those guys blew up at LSU last year.
Yeah.
And such a great pass catcher and route runner.
Yeah,
and that's what Andy Reid uses a lot, right? Kind of like the Darren Sproles mold.
Yeah,
you saw him in San Diego back with the Chargers, the Saints. That's the best comp I've seen.
He dials it up, and then you talk about a Travis Kelce who attracts a lot of attention. Oh, there goes me again.
There you go.
And then friggin' Sammy, who's kind of in and out.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then over the top with Tyreek.
You're forgetting about Tyreek.
Yeah, I was in Tyreek, and I just keep going down Mecole.
Yeah.
And you got Big Sherm, who they give the ball to sometimes. Big Sherm's hilarious, man. But you see that? Like, I kid you not. Rep, let's get back to it.
Right.
Rep, let's get back to it.
And so it's just it's a speed thing. It's a conditioning thing.
It's conditioning. It's conditioning. It's 14. I'm telling you, 14 plays in a row. Long drive drill. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, because I see him going right back at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got the humidity in Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's hot, man. It's brutal.
That's interesting. And you're saying your boy from the Patriots, like, no one else is doing this kind of stuff.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Not the same approach. It's just different. Around the league is different. And every organization kind of has like a culture to them.
Yeah.
To the program. And just the culture that Coach Reid brings is different.
What do you think about Sunday, bro?
Sunday. Oh, the game?
That's Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I got to predict my score right now.
Yeah.
I'm going 37. 31.
Chiefs, obviously.
Chiefs. 37,
I like that. So
31.
it's a shootout.
It's a shootout.
I think that's got to be.
Wait. Is it raining?
It's in Tampa. Home for
Is
the
it
Bucs.
raining? That's a big.
We can look that
if
up.
if it's raining, completely changes the game.
Is that advantage Tampa?
Oh, it's raining. That changes the game.
Wow.
That changes the game.
I think the spread's around 3 points too, or something like that.
Yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference.
Oh man, like you get in trouble betting against Brady.
Right.
Like I don't think you can do it. I really don't. Weather delay, Brady. Yeah.
Oh.
See about who
thunderstorms.
Who has the advantage in a rain game though? Brady's used to playing in the Northeast and slow.
Tampa Bay for sure. Absolutely. Sleet. Tampa Bay easy.
Just because of quarterback.
Bigger recievers, bigger hands. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Cam Brate, all used to.
So you're going
playing.
Size here.
Yeah, I'm going size. It's harder to throw
How
to guys
about running
like that.
game? You're gonna have to rely on the running game too.
Leonard Fournette. That's not a bad guy to rely on.
No, but both sides have beasts at running back. Like, who has the advantage in the backfield, bro?
Who's the?
You go Rojo, Fournette on one side, and then you go Clyde and Le'Veon. What's that?
Oh, I think we might take a quick break.
Okay, all right, we'll take a break.
Bathroom break.
All right. Are we rolling?
Yeah, mics are on, and now the cameras are on.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that interruption. We just had to do a.
You guys, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna see.
No, I know. But I just want to tell them why we were gone. No, I think it's interesting. Okay, yeah, they're not gonna know we're gone. Okay, well, we were gone.
Okay.
Just be fully transparent
Bachelor
with our.
has been airing for 21 seasons now since 2002. Only 3 couples from the show are still together. Can you find love with dating
So
30 other
one of
people.
them is Jordan and JoJo. I don't know who the other two are.
But can you
Is
find
is that even shocking? That's not shocking.
Can you find love dating 30 other people? No, can you?
Bro,
Seriously.
that's the problem, right? Like, how do you take that as a guy? You're supposed to marry a woman in say
You know what?
in say 1 week or two, and then she's dating other men, she's doing things sexually with other men, and then literally 1 week from that day,
Yeah,
you propose to her and you get on a knee. That is tough, bro.
that is tough. How long does the show air?
That is
I mean, how
tough.
long is it? Do you guys know?
How long
We
is
need
what?
to turn this into a Bachelor.
It's a Bachelor pod now.
A Bachelor pod from a man. Wait, sorry. I don't want to say from a man's perspective, from a man identifying perspective.
You're a clown.
No, that's serious.
You have to specify.
Yeah. From
No.
a man identifying
But
perspective.
to me, that's not even shocking. Three couples are still together. I'm surprised those three are together, bro.
That is a little shocking to me, honestly.
Does Love Island have a better success rate? That's a serious question. There's got to be some statistics on this.
Yeah.
Less than 2 months filming.
Less than 2 months.
Contestants are
Wow.
expected to find love in less than 2 months.
In less than 2 months.
And then,
I guess if you're spending every day with someone, that makes a big difference.
how does that work post filming, right? Because there's like there's 4 months or 5 months between filming it and it airs, right? And then you're not supposed to be shown in public because of paparazzis and so forth. I think I was listening to Colton, remember the NFL guy
Yeah,
who was on?
Yep.
He was talking about how he would have to sneak to his fiance's apartment, sunglasses, hat down, because I think they void your contract or they don't pay you. There's some crazy incentive. Do you know what it is?
Not only they'll pay you for the contract, they take you to they go after you for that. Yeah,
Really?
you're fucking up a whole season. you
Yeah,
know?
because people aren't supposed to know.
Sheesh.
And you think about the amount of people that are placing bets, and everyone has and they're trying to
Yeah.
out who wins.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like
yeah.
people are betting
I mean,
on this. Oh, shit.
What is it, ABC
I got some
or whatever
insider,
network?
I got some insider news.
Do you actually?
Is that against SEC rules? Or?
You want to air this?
No.
Wait, you
know
know
I can-
who wins this season?
I mean, no. I know
And what-
who gets there. I know who gets closer.
You know who gets
It's probably like a top
what does
four.
close mean? Top four?
Is this regulated?
No, dude.
Is this
it's The
government? Is this
Bachelor.
regulated?
It's
Is
The
this-
Bachelor, bro.
Does the president appoint someone to regulate this,
Now, is the president of ABC gonna be happy with you? Maybe not.
which is owned by Disney?
No, he's thinking. He's calculating.
Anyways,
Bro, just say it.
nah,
You just said it. Like, you might as well finish. It's like someone who has like, oh, I have a secret, and then they don't end
do
up
that. I do
finishing it,
that
bro.
all the
Like,
time.
just finish.
I told my girlfriend yesterday. I was like, I noticed something about you I never noticed before.
And you probably didn't finish your thought. It drove her crazy.
He's been driving her crazy ever since.
That's messed up, bro. You,
That's jacked up.
Well,
don't
I hate
say
to
it.
break it to you, bro,
Yeah.
but just because they're not on TV at The Bachelor doesn't mean they're not doing other sexual things with other guys out there.
oh, you're saying like even though they're engaged?
No, I was saying because you're asking how do you fall in love with someone when you see them doing sexual shit with other guys around you? And then
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I hate to break it to you, but that shit's still going on whether they're on The Bachelor
Oh,
or not
even if
anyways.
it's off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if the girl's on The Bachelor or not anyways.
Yeah, but at least you have the hope that she's not.
It's not in front of you. It's not right in front of
Like,
you.
if it's
This
a
is-
woman you're planning
Don't let
on,
this be. Don't let this
no,
be.
if it's a woman you plan on marrying, like you don't think she's cheating on you, right? Like, does it happen? Yeah. But why do you give me that face?
I want to stay away from that conversation.
Whatever. All right.
Hey, we were,
No, but Love Island or Bachelor?
Bachelor.
What? Love Island UK, not Love Island USA.
A show I'd rather
that's
be.
a shell of a
show
show.
I'd rather be on. Bachelor, and I'd only.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about from a viewing perspective.
Oh, I was talking about from being on. Although I don't want to be on it.
Okay, both.
Disclaimer.
Give me both.
I had to say that.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I was on The Bachelor, that'd be pretty cool. I think I'd approach it
You're
different.
saying
like,
just more clout.
I'm not worried about the clout, but yeah, it is a lot of clout though. But I think just
You say that.
I would
but-
approach it much differently than how Matt approaches the show. First, would have chapstick and I would make out with my eyes closed if I did make out with someone, but I'd be really selective with who I make out with, and I wouldn't be as forthcoming and robust that he is in his approach with the woman. physically, and then also the way that he's like monitoring the cyberbullying. Sheesh, I've been in the Zoom too long. The way that he's monitoring the bullying, I like that. That's the only thing I'd probably copy. But otherwise, like
you like that?
Yeah,
I feel like we're opposite on both of those things, bro.
So so Mo's got his lips chapped and he's keeping his eyes open. With
No. I'm talking about no. Let's get this straight. I'm talking about the bullying, and I'm talking about the kissing with girls. I'm talking about those two things.
So you're kissing everybody.
Not necessarily. The girls that I feel like I have a connection with, right? And
I respect the girl identifying women to be who they are on the show, but it becomes a lot when it's a toxic environment.
Bro, let them scrap. That's why they had the boxing match.
No, I hated that.
You didn't like that boxing
I hated
match?
that. I wanted to stop that.
You're in the minority on that.
From the outset. I wanted to stop that.
What? That was great television.
No, that was too
Whatever
much.
Producer came up with that, genius. Promotion.
Terrible.
Boom. Promotion.
Demoted.
That's
Is
what
it
everyone
demoted?
wants to
Demoted.
see. Is it the popular opinion? Maybe not. Everyone wants to see that. There was some good blows in there, dude.
There were some blows.
They were going at it, dude.
It was hard to watch though. It was hard
It was
to watch.
wild, and he's like clapping, he's smiling.
Yeah.
It was strange, but it was like some weird like futuristic Hunger Games esque
Yeah.
future, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, man. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize how big of a show. Like everyone I know is so into it.
It's a
And
huge
this is
show.
the first real season that I've gone from episode 1, watched every minute of it, just because all my roommates watch it, and then we'll have Bachelor Monday parties or like USC athletes, everyone who gets tested in terms of COVID, right? I have to clarify. But yeah, we'll have like just people come over and we'll watch The Bachelor, and it becomes like a whole social event.
But why are guys?
What are you saying?
This shit was not a thing when I was in college. Like,
Really?
It wasn't.
The
blew my
Bachelor?
mind.
Was it
No?
lame?
Nah, anytime you watch The Bachelor back when I was in school, which wasn't that fucking long ago, not that old, it's because you're with your chick and her roommates and you're watching it.
Yeah.
But
At
like,
one point, it became cool for guys to watch it. Because not too long ago,
It's right
it was
now.
like,
It's right now. Tell the girl you're watching The Bachelor.
oh, she
Conversation goes.
yeah, that's
Crazy.
a conversation starter.
that's
yeah.
funny. I hadn't thought about it like that, but it would be.
It really is, right? That's a good
Are
move.
you watching The Bachelor right now?
I might have to
Foreign
start,
language.
I might have to start watching The Bachelor.
Yeah, that's the next.
I don't know many
pickup
people
line.
who aren't.
Honestly, I've met a lot of guys that are nervous about saying that they watch The Bachelor, and I was one of those
Are
guys.
they not comfortable with themselves?
No, it's not that. It's just
What else is it?
it's the content that you're watching. It's just we're still in we still carry the burden of the past of the man, the Gillette
both
commercial, the
ways.
Gillette commercial ad man. Boys will be boys. We're still carrying the burden of that.
There's a
Please,
Bachelorette,
do you even
though.
know? Do you know what that? You know what that?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mo, have you seen that?
I've heard of it, and people have referenced it. You can pull it up if you want.
So, men, boys will be boys. We're still carrying the
Okay,
burdens of
but
that.
I understand what you're saying, but there's also a Bachelorette where it's the flip side.
Tasha.
What do you think about Tasha? I only saw like the past.
Bro,
last
this is gonna be great for Bachelor Nation. They gotta tune into this. Bachelor Nation, there's just too many, perspectives from the other spectrum, and there's not enough from our spectrum. From our end,
From a guy's perspective, you're saying?
yeah. Guy identifying.
Bro, just stop with that. I don't know what you're doing. Wait, what's the deal with this commercial, man? Like,
Is
Did it-
this the one?
Yeah, this is the one, man.
it caught a lot of flack.
Man. So apparently Gillette's revenue went down after this,
Really?
and they attribute it to this commercial. You kind of learn in marketing that you're not supposed to tell your consumer base that they're doing something wrong. They could have gone with a different spin, right? That's like, airing a commercial or ad on how to get attractive, and I'm telling you that you're ugly.
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Yeah, you're not gonna get sales from that.
Well, and they just brought up that whole cutscene right there is all about this sexual assault stuff.
Yeah.
Because we believe in the best.
It's probably something that made a lot of sense on paper,
Made a ton of sense on paper.
and then they spent a lot of money bringing that to life.
Right.
And it's filmed tremendously like everything else, but
Yeah.
it did
Man.
not.
Also, what does this have to do with the brand itself as Gillette?
They're just
How are
trying to-
they tying this
Now
together?
they have a parent brand. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
It's Unilever.
It's Unilever, who also has Axe, right? And Dove. So they're trying to kind of mask their other inefficiencies. Sheesh, this pod is getting
It's getting deep, right? Momentum is where you come to say deep. Nuanced.
Nuance. Oh, do we want to talk? Let's talk
Racial,
markets.
Political.
Bro, I've been wanting to talk markets the whole time.
Go for it.
Let's talk. You know markets too?
No, I'm not like probably you. I want to. If you got some knowledge on.
No, I can't share too much.
Give me something. Bro.
I can't share too much. This
Spit
is the disclaimer.
I'm not a financial advisor.
Oh, it's P&G. It wasn't Unilever. It's P&G.
It's PG. Okay. GameStop.
Yeah.
Buy or sell?
I'm always so concerned with buying the peaks because I'm always the dummy in these situations. People will tell me and it'll be up like 60%. And I'm like, it's going to keep going up. And I buy it like Doge. I bought it like 70 or 80 cents. It's at
and it went
now.
down in like
yes. In my head, I'm like,
you bought it at 7
my little
cents.
lizard
It's
brain.
at 3
I'm like,
cents.
it's gonna keep going up. And I get caught up in it, like the FOMO. FOMO's real, man.
Yeah.
You get caught up in that?
No.
Because everyone's doing it. And my roommates, right, Lou and Eamon, big finance guys, they went to Penn, the whole deal.
Warden.
That's all. Warren, right? That's all they talk about all day. Like, what are your stock picks? Every morning they have like a new stock pick, right? Like their boys. That's all they do all day. FaceTime. I hear them, and I try to jump in on it. I don't want to miss out. Everyone's making money around me. I have boys who are making tens of thousands of dollars. I'm here losing money. It's just a bad deal for me, man.
Yeah.
Because then it goes back to like contrarian investing.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
that's
you
read that. You read that in
of course. Well, everywhere.
Who was the
man.
letters you get it from?
Howard Marks is
Howard
huge
Marks.
on it.
There we go.
I love reading Howard Marks letters.
Contrarian investing.
Right. So I read his letters and it tells you the value of being a contrarian investor and doing exactly the opposite of what the market is doing.
Yep.
And I always fall into the trap and doing what the market wants me to do.
So this is what I've learned because I tried to be a market timer at one point, and you really can't time it. I stay away from things that I don't know about. You couldn't tell me what's backing Dogecoin because there's nothing backing Dogecoin.
Elon Musk.
Pretty good, though.
Huh?
Technology's actually pretty good.
Technology's pretty good
behind Doge. So that's what like I've got one of my homies that play sticks with every now and then FIFA. Yeah. Big CTO, like super nerd on another level. He's been talking about Dogecoin for fucking 2 years.
Wow.
Really?
And he's got a lot of it. And so this thing happened this past week, and I was like, Derek, like he like was offline. He's just gone. I was like, you in the Doge wars? He's like, bro, and I was like, okay. And he finally got back on the sticks this past week, and that's what he brought up. I was like, is there even? He was like, honestly, the technology is actually pretty good.
Is it really?
I was like, okay.
I've only heard that there's nothing kind of.
I thought it was a joke.
No, there's that's it. There's no like plan. There's nothing else around it, but like the base like. The base blockchain technology specific to Doge was actually pretty good as far as it working.
I'm sure. If for anyone that can do anything like that, I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's behind it, and that's and if I don't know if they're not releasing a financial statement or if I don't know someone that knows the company, I'm not touching it.
I'll tell you part of the reason I invested. One, everyone else was doing it, but two, Elon Musk. So I saw he was tweeting about it, and knowing the following that he has. A crazy cult following on Twitter and Instagram and even on Clubhouse.
Yep.
Did you listen to his Clubhouse?
No.
It was a big thing.
I think Elon Musk.
Did you listen to it, Bolin? You're big on Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's impossible to get in. It
went viral.
It broke Clubhouse that night. I heard snippets of it and I more so read quotes. I couldn't find it because anyone's audio that was trying to oh, it's an overflow room, or just listening to someone's fucking speakerphone, and it was horrible. But
I did the YouTube live where someone was recording it.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
No, I just got snippets of some of him beating up Vlad or whatever his name is.
Yeah, bro. So he went on his spiel, everyone's asking these questions, the moderators, and at the end, I don't know what the context was. He's like, "Yo, can we get Vlad on? The Robinhood CEO."
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Yeah, I guess." It wasn't planned. It's all right, let Vlad in. So people have to be moderators and let in. And then it was probably the best part of the entire interaction was those two.
Yeah. Can we go back to Elon Musk, please?
Yeah, what about it?
Because Elon Musk, I'm sorry to say this, but he is a pseudo Ron Johnson. So let me tell you about Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson was at Apple. He thought because he had success at Apple, he can go to JCPenney and turn that place around. It did not happen. Success from the past does not mean that you're going to be successful in the future. I think Elon Musk, even though he said, great innovation, etc., might be getting ahead of himself pretty soon. I'm going to throw it out there.
That's a hot take, man.
Might be getting ahead of himself. What just happened? Didn't something just happen with Tesla? They had to recall a bunch of cars because of the batteries.
I hadn't seen that. I know they launched a new one. I was just gonna say, you did hear he's got a monkey locked up with a chip in its brain playing video games.
That's one of the things they said on Clubhouse. It's with Neuralink.
Come on now.
Neuralink.
He's got
I'm not gonna judge, dude.
with Neuralink.
Neuralink.
Happy monkey. He's
I didn't even know that.
playing video
I didn't
games.
even know that.
Using telepathy, not even
Just
with
thinking
a
about
controller.
He's getting
video
ahead of
games.
himself. He's doing
Dude,
too much.
You can't tell me that's not dope. How
Okay.
cool is that?
Yeah, a locked up monkey.
Okay, I mean,
Come
when you
on,
say
bro.
it like that.
Come on, bro.
But
He's doing too much.
what do you mean he's doing
It's
too much?
never
He's
enough,
changing
bro.
the world.
It's never enough.
Especially till you play Cyberpunk yet.
What's that?
Cyberpunk, the game there's like giant game they've been working on since like 2003 or something. It took them 17 years to launch it. Point being, it's like set in 2077, and it's not going to make any sense now. But the whole Neuralink thing is the norm kind of thing. That's what I was bringing it up. But
Yeah.
it is a locked up monkey. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah. Come on, bro. It's a locked up monkey,
You're not
bro.
wrong about that.
I didn't even know that. That's doing too much.
No, he's not, bro. You're one of those short sellers on Tesla from the beginning, like 5-6 years ago.
No, I'm
You
one of
just
the
think
buyers.
Everything's gonna crash.
I'm one of the buyers of Tesla. Early on.
So you're a believer
My
in Elon,
junior year
then?
of college, I talked to my accounting professor at MIT. He was like, I wouldn't get it. Like, they don't have any, great cash flow, and they have a whole bunch of outstanding debt.
Fundamentals are bad.
Fundamentals are bad. I was like, pretty great company to me. Solid leader. Now I look at it,
So you change your mind. You're saying
change your mind. Contrarian.
what? I mean, that is very contrarian now.
I mean,
But what specifically led you to believe that he's doing too much now? Like, is it too many companies?
it's just kind of
too
like
spread
the
thin?
statements that he releases. It's almost like he's bigger than everyone else. And he is, quite honestly.
He's not. He's a man of the people. That's the thing. He's releasing these memes
Oh,
on
Lord.
Twitter.
Hey, what's the guy for Barstool, too? Everybody loves
He's
him.
the richest dude in the world too. Officially
Yeah.
now.
Elon?
Yeah, there you go.
I think
you're talking
they're
about
going
David
back and
Portnoy.
forth. Yeah,
Is his name?
Yeah.
Portnoy. Yeah.
Portnoy?
What about him?
You weren't talking about doing too much. I'll agree with you there.
Okay, I was about to say.
You're not
I was about to
a
say.
fan.
Like when you've had a ton of success, and I can't judge the guy because I can't put my standards on his, but I'm going to here. When you've had a ton of success, like you still gotta keep a solid foundation, and I think those people their foundation is breaking, and I think their foundation is what made them really successful. I don't think Barstool goes anywhere because the following is just crazy. And it's I don't even know what the product is at this point,
They do
but
tons of things.
exactly, and it's just it's pretty remarkable. Elon, I think he can. I mean, he has enough money to be fine, but
I don't
he's just
understand
doing
what
a
you're
lot.
doing here with Portnoy and Barstool, man. They're genius. What they're doing.
Oh, they're
They've
genius.
got great pods. The
But he's
media's
doing
insane.
he's doing too much.
It's exactly what people want. It's a layman's ESPN for the people. Like it started up in the Northeast. It's Boston.
Is it
It's
for
East
the
Coast.
people?
It's wrestling. I mean, that's the brand, right?
Well, especially with what he's taken up, what they've taken up now in the past week or so, definitely waving the people flag. But I'd be curious of your
with
thoughts.
the Robin Hood.
Since we're talking leaders, and sorry for butting in here, but are you saying that Elon should then take like a Bezos approach and do what he
Yes.
just pulled off?
Bezos. I love Jeff Bezos.
You want him to step down.
I'm big on Jeff Bezos. You know who I'm also big on? Jack Dorsey.
Love Dorsey.
Now, and he
runs two companies.
runs two
Square
companies,
and Twitter.
but the way he
Nah,
runs
Elon's
it,
doing a lot more.
he was talking about moving to Africa for a long time, getting away and leading.
Yeah, I don't know about
Dorsey's
Jack. I
out
don't know
there,
about Jack.
man.
Come on.
He's
I don't know
out.
about
But
Jack.
I like weird people. That's the thing.
He's different. I still like Jack Dorsey. You would think he would fall in the same ballpark as Elon Musk, but yeah, to your point, I love Jeff Bezos.
Well, I mean, we're there then. What's the final thought on Zuck?
He was getting ahead of himself, and he came back to Earth. Did you not see his
That
interview
guy's an
with
alien.
the DOJ? When he was called, he was subpoenaed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he ended it by he just kept saying I don't know. He
he's
just
saying-
finally just started
that
saying
one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's totally changed who he is. Totally changed. I mean, we're talking like these. I know these people. I'm like judging their. I'm on the moral high ground. No, I'm not on the moral high ground, but
Your Musk and your Zuck takes are literally the complete opposite of
What do you think?
99% of America.
good. I love the 1%.
People hate Mark Zuckerberg and people love Elon Musk. That's a fact. That's as American as a bald eagle. That's as American as bourbon whiskey.
It sucks. I mean, Elon's going to lead some like horrible, deathly, murderous revolution in 15 years. Justice
my God.
Remember? I told you guys.
We'll go back to this podcast. This guy will be Nostradamus.
Honestly, I don't really want to say anything about him. He might hear this and take me out.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Bro, have you watched Blacklist?
Yeah.
You've watched Blacklist,
Yeah.
the one with the on
Yeah,
Netflix with the powerful leaders and like the cabal.
The TV show. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, it's a TV show.
I used to be
or
really
on Netflix?
into it.
Netflix.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
the
it was on
show
TV.
on
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they moved on.
That was. I know what you're talking. I
You
never
watched
watched
Blacklist?
it though.
Oh,
Was it
you
good?
gotta watch
I used to
that.
be really into it.
It's like
It got too repetitive.
12.
It became the same thing every episode.
It's accurate. All these double agents and stuff. I get nervous talking about it. Honestly.
No, it's a cool concept. I really dug it.
You want to talk about some real scary shit?
What?
The 2 FBI agents that have been investigating Hunter Biden's laptop for the past year and a half just happened to die this week in Florida in some kind of shooting exposure kind of thing.
I'm not even gonna talk about it. Change the subject. I'm
No,
dead
but
serious.
for
I'm
real, yeah, no, but for real, we
dead
should change
serious.
the subject.
I can't even talk about it.
That really happened.
Don't even know. Didn't even know it happened. Still don't know. Bro, I can't.
No, that's a lot of stuff. All right, we got Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, bring it back to Super Bowl. Back to
Super
football.
Bowl
Some of the
Sunday
Bachelor markets.
We got into a lot of stuff with former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Justice Shelton-Mosley.
Hey,
He
everyone.
predicted a 38-31 victory.
37 to 31.
37-31.
But it started raining,
KC. The rain.
so that's going to change my score prediction.
Okay.
Because you need in weather, in bad weather, you need secure hands. And this
You
is
need
no
a
not-
running game is what you need.
You need a running game, but you need
And you
secure
need
hands
defense.
because you're just going to load the box against you, and you're going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
A Chris Godwin, a Mike Evans, a Cam Brate, those are some really big receivers. Scotty Miller, not so much, but I'll give him a pass.
Any Honey Badger wild cards?
Honey Badger
Tyron.
doing something? I got a story about Tyron actually, but I don't know. You know, when I look at that defense, I say you run at them. Like if you ever watch games, and maybe I haven't watched enough games, but I feel like teams gain the most yards when they run at him. Him and Frank Clark. Ouch. Hopefully they never hear this.
Are you saying Frank isn't a good run stopper?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're finesse players.
Yeah.
And finesse players, for me at least, when I judge a finesse player, they don't, they like to be creative with how they do stuff, and they're not, scheme wise. They do their own thing. So like when you run at a player like that, typically they're always on their own schedule, and you can exploit that. That's kind of why I think that.
You're throwing Tyron in there too.
He's a finesse player.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because they've got wild card finesse. They kind of make their own of each play that happens. But if you're
Yeah.
taking the play right at them,
If you take the play, yeah.
only really do one or two things.
Yeah, you can only do one or two things. Have you ever watched Tyron take on a block?
I saw a video on Twitter. It was hilarious.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's little.
He's a
Dude's
little
got
guy,
heart
he's a
like
little
crazy.
guy, Yeah.
Dude's got, I mean,
You can't take away his
he's
heart.
the best player on the defense. He might be the second or third
dog.
best player on the team.
Yeah.
But I would run at him.
Who were the losses this year were Vegas and who else?
Was it one loss?
Did they have one loss?
They lost to no, they beat the Rams. So yeah, no, they lost to the Raiders.
Is that what they did with Josh Jacobs?
Yeah.
Because I remember we were talking earlier where you watched the Kansas City Chiefs games on TV and you made a comment about the commentary
Yeah.
and how it was just inaccurate. And that's how we had the idea of doing the live streams, our reactions
Yeah.
with hopefully more accurate commentary because you know the playbook and you know the team better.
Yeah.
Is that one of the things that you've seen as a misconception where
Yeah.
their defenses maybe?
Yeah, only guy that gets it right is Tony Romo when it comes to watching games and calling it right. But
because he's done quite a few Chiefs games.
yeah, he's done quite a few Chiefs games, and he's pretty spot on. But just from a standpoint, from my vantage point, man, I think they'll win this game if they take advantage of. I mean, you look at Tyron in that video. Tyron right there has responsibility over the middle, but he's such a instinct player.
Yeah,
like he
look at that.
His responsibility might be in the end zone, but if Tyron sees somebody running the ball, he's coming from out the end zone. He's trying to make the tackle. Like you just.
It almost seems like if you go back for a second, he's baiting Baker into throwing that. Because, look, you can see Jarvis posted up.
Yeah.
And then he almost takes this outside angle and then comes back. I'm wondering if he's doing that on purpose because that would be insane.
Shoot, he might be, bro. He's so instinctive. It's crazy. He literally told me when I ran a route against him, he said, I knew exactly what you're doing.
I see what you're saying. He runs past them
right,
to make him seem like. And
unless there's a flat, there's a control, there might be.
I think he's just following his eyes there.
He's following eyes?
Yeah, he's just following his eyes.
And I thought he let his guy run, but whoever.
He did.
But 22, I thought no one was over the top, but 22 was, I guess.
Juan was probably back there.
Yeah, because
but he's still, but coach.
Because he came in. But
Coach Bagnoli gives him a lot of freedom. But I kid you not, Tyron knew. I talked to him because I was always asking questions like, bro, how'd you know my route? Because I got to go against him a lot. And he was like, bro, I know. He wouldn't tell me. He literally wouldn't tell me. I asked him in the hallway from coming back from practice. He was like, I know. I know exactly what you're about to do every time. I'm like, oh my gosh.
This guy's different.
How much is that mind games versus do you think he really knows?
He probably knows. He literally probably knows. He's been around the game for so long, and he's an instinctive player. But he's a finesse player. So take advantage of those type of people.
Yeah.
That have the freedom of doing their own thing, right? You know, if you throw two receivers at them, you know, one that's running like an angle route, 18 yards to the hash and into the back pylon, and then you got another person running up the middle of the field, and make him really kind of make a choice. The rest of the guys, I mean, L'Jarius Sneed, really good player. Juan Thornhill, really good player. So there's some good players on the back end. Just solid guys. Rashad Breeland, take advantage of him. You can pull up film it, Rashad Breeland, but one-on-one, I like Breezy. Good dude. I don't even want to go on record saying anything about Breezy.
Why?
But in games that they've gotten beat, he's gotten torched. And I don't know what game it was.
Has he really?
Yeah, he's gotten torched. Maybe did they play the Redskins this year? Maybe it was Terry McLaurin, whatever his name is.
So Breeland's one of the starting corners. You're saying
Breeland's one of the starting corners, but Breeland been in the league for a minute. But he was suspended for 4 games for.
I mean, playing corner is tough, man.
It's tough in the league.
It's tough.
It's tough.
You're matched up on a DK Metcalf.
You can't even touch.
What do you do?
Oh, I think it was DK that gave it to him.
These corners are pretty small usually. Like, what's an average height for a corner in the league? Under 6 foot.
Yeah, 5'11", 5'10".
Yeah. You're going against DK. I don't know how tall DK is. Maybe 6'4".
Too big.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah. Do DBs have stats?
Yeah, you got
He got 1 interception this season, 2
picks, tackles.
How many pass deflectors do he have? 3, 4?
That's a bad deal.
Looking for that Seattle game.
Did they play Seattle? Yeah, they play. Who did they play?
It's 2020. Yeah, I don't see Seattle on here.
Maybe it was Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he might have been matched up on Mike.
They lost to the Raiders.
That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, that was
that's
rough.
the one.
That was early on. That was early in the season.
The one loss, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
first game.
No, I don't think it was first game.
Yeah, it is the first game.
No. They played open. The opening game was against somebody else.
That's October 11th.
Yeah, they played the Ravens the first game. No, the Texans, and that's when.
Are you sure?
Yep, they played the Texans because everybody was watching them beat down the Texans. Oh, trust me, I know. I was there on Monday.
I mean, that's true. Yeah,
I was there on Monday.
We're
prepping for the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Because we had started in season, and then.
So you prep for the first 3 games?
Am I supposed to say that?
Yeah, that's fine.
We really prep for divisional opponents.
Really?
That's the biggest thing. And you prep for the first couple games.
You're looking past the Raiders in a sense.
No. You're prepping for the Raiders. You're prepping for the Chargers. You're prepping for the Broncos.
Raiders are in the division.
Yeah, Raiders are in the division.
Okay. But I'm saying if they weren't, then you would just look straight to divisional.
Yep. So we prep for 3 first games. Yeah, it was Houston, Chargers, Baltimore.
Maybe he wasn't playing those games. That's why he didn't have stat on his stats page.
Yeah, he didn't play. No, he was suspended for the first 4 games.
Okay.
He was suspended for the. Maybe it was Buffalo, bro. Somebody went crazy on him. Nah, I forgot. But anyways, man, yeah, no, they. Again, I think Tom Brady might be the GOAT.
What do you mean, might?
He might be the GOAT.
He's already.
He might be better than Jordan.
Oh, you're talking all sports.
All sports.
Like GOAT.
He might be the GOAT. Like walk away with the GOAT trophy.
It's tough to say because I've never seen Jordan. Right, I think we're too young for that one.
No, man.
So it's like you can watch all the documentaries you want. You can look at the stats, but you'll never get the true feeling of it. And so like the best comparison would be GOAT of my area, right? And it would be LeBron and Brady, and that's a different conversation, which we can have. But
he's better than LeBron.
Someone
for
was
sure.
saying
he's better than LeBron.
Yeah,
like
I don't really
like
have.
If you compare 10 title appearances in basketball and 10 Super Bowl appearances, this was someone's argument the other day where it's harder to do in football because you're coordinating, 22 starters,
bro,
and there's so many more moving parts. Where if you took Brady's excellence, the proportion of it, and you threw it in basketball, where you're 1/5 of the team essentially, it's much easier to reach that level.
I love that that comparison, bringing the apples to oranges, making it oranges to oranges. I love that.
Yeah, right.
I think
basketball is so much easier if you're just a superstar. Like you see it in high school.
I'm not gonna say it's easy.
No. I'm
in
saying
the NBA.
to take over a team.
There's
you 5 guys.
2 players.
Man.
2 players. That's what you need. 2 superstars.
No, that's the NBA, no doubt. But if you have a LeBron James, that changes your franchise. You go from #1 lottery pick to
you don't win the championship with just LeBron James.
He has before. That's the crazy part. When K Love and Kyrie were injured.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. Come on, LeBron won a championship when everyone went down. Conference finals, suspect. Draymond Green.
Was suspect?
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green,
come on now.
Okay,
all that.
Okay.
All that stuff. Huh?
You can't tell me that wasn't impressive.
That was an impressive run to come back from 3-1.
I get what your point though, because you guys know better than I do. You get a #1 draft pick quarterback, cream of the crop out, and goes to this shit team. Like you gotta see what Joe's trying to do right now versus you get a #1 draft pick out of college basketball or back in the day, going straight to the league from high school Kobe style. Like that's a lot. I see what you're saying. It's easier for that.
You have a sidekick with you too. It's raps. An MJ Pippen deal. In football, your quarterback. Look at Stafford. Has he been a top 5 quarterback for a certain run?
No.
Potentially. Okay, but you can make that argument. He's elite.
He's top 10.
Stafford's elite.
He's a
you want him. He's a franchise
elite?
quarterback.
What's above elite? Is there anything
elite,
above?
I would say maybe top 5's elite.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, A-Rod, Mahomes. You go. I would throw D-Watt in there.
Who?
I'm a big D-Watt, Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
You'd go. Hesitant to throw Lamar in there.
He's not in there anymore.
You gonna go top 5?
He can't break it.
And I like Stafford. I'm probably missing people, but I like Stafford.
Tom Brady.
Brady's not top 5 right now.
Time out.
You think he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
I think he's like second in passing yards. He's like second in passing yards.
But
he might be.
Jameis Winston led the league in touchdowns last year.
He might be first in touchdowns, and he's in a Super Bowl.
What do you do with Jameis last year? By this logic, Jameis was top 5 then.
No, because Jameis doesn't have Super Bowl rings.
No, but
so you can't take Brady. You can't take Brady out.
So Deshaun's #1.
He's third in passing yards.
I forgot Josh Allen. How are we forgetting Russell Wilson and Josh Allen?
Oh
yeah, Russ is in there.
There's always that one.
No, we're not throwing.
Russ is in.
We're not throwing.
Do you think Josh is already there?
No, Josh is not in the top 5.
Josh had a big year.
He's not in the top 5.
And I'll be the first to say it. I was dead wrong about Josh Allen.
I wasn't.
You thought he was gonna be a stud. You thought he was gonna be this
blind squirrel.
Brady's got the most. He's tied with Russell for. A-Rod's got 48.
Blind squirrel.
What are you talking about?
You never heard that?
Blind squirrel. No, could you elaborate?
You never heard that?
Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Okay.
That's Josh Allen.
Yeah, when you put it like that. What do you mean? He had like how many touchdowns?
Hey, you remember when Derek
Over
Carr?
40.
You remember when Derek Carr had that really great year? Top 5 quarterback, Derek Carr. Let's pay him.
No.
He got
Paid.
They broke his ankle.
Josh Allen.
Josh had
Blind
a
squirrel.
year. You don't have a full 17-game blind squirrel moment.
Todd
You
Gurley.
can have a 1-game moment.
37-10.
Gurley, that's different. Running backs are completely different.
Josh
Your
Allen
lifespan's 3 years.
37-10. The 107.
What did
pass
help is
rating.
Stephon Diggs. I think you underestimate the.
Of course, Diggs
yeah.
helps. He's a beast.
Yeah, we're underestimating his
but it's
value.
symbiotic. Like Diggs wasn't like this with Kirk Cousins.
Oh, timeout. Diggs was cold.
I know he was cold, but
Well,
he
Kirk
wasn't.
Cousins.
He wasn't number
He made
one.
Kirk Cousins look good. People said Kirk Cousins was a franchise quarterback. Is he still a franchise quarterback?
He's a lower end franchise quarterback. Yeah.
Damn, but they bro slinging it, dude. Deshaun's got 69 20+ yard plays.
Yeah, Deshaun was doing whatever he could.
Okay, but Josh Allen's he got a lot of heat. For,
Tom Brady is consistently in the top 5 of every category that you have. Tom Brady's a top 5 quarterback. Tom Brady, according to Skip Bayless, Vanderbilt alum, is the top quarterback.
Dude,
He's better than Patrick Mahomes.
Skip would have said Tim Tebow was number 1 back when he was playing.
When Tim Tebow was playing, was he not a top 5 quarterback?
No.
In that 1 year. In that 1 year.
He was
In that one
Right
year.
when he showed up, his
Right.
first year.
That 1 year.
No.
Bro, he didn't
And-
have no.
and this is
I don't even
coming
think he had a pick.
Before they
Yeah,
got
like
taped.
one-
He for sure did. This is coming from the biggest Tim
Oh, he had
Tebow
won like
fan
8 games
of
or
all
something like
time.
that. Or something like
It
that.
doesn't get bigger than me as a Tim Tebow fan. Listen to this.
Yo.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Half of my room was orange. Growing up, the top was blue. I had a massive Tim Tebow fat head. I had signed photos from Tim. I mean, I was the biggest fanboy possible.
Yeah.
Love him. Not top 5. I wish he was. Trust me.
He really only played 3 years.
Yeah, he only played 3 years.
2 with the Broncos and then
Borderline
bounce
NFL
around
player.
after that.
Jets.
Now he's borderline. Now
Borderline. What's the cutoff?
I also wonder, like, what do you think would have happened if he became like a Taysom Hill kind of guy? Or do you think he could
He'd still be in the league. Taysom Hill only works for the Saints.
For Sean Payton, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many coaches
Or
can
Cliff Kingsbury.
really do that. I don't even know if Kingsbury is an air raid guy.
He'll use Taysom Hill.
You think he'll use him? Has the Taysom Hill experiment changed football fundamentally moving forward in terms of scheme and the way you look at those hybrid kind of dudes? Because otherwise, they were talking about Tim at tight end. Taysom's none of those.
The reason why it
Taysom's
hasn't is
everything.
because coaches aren't creative enough.
Yeah.
They're not.
Or
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and the coaches don't want to be. I mean, think about coaches throwing the bus left. The coaches get thrown on the bus left and right.
Oh,
right?
man.
So like trying to do something creative and new
Yeah.
and it fucking flopping like
Yeah.
that OC's gone.
Like, why are you?
Also, so Sean Payton has job security, I think. So that's got to be
That plays into
one
it.
of the indicating factors, right? Because if you just get hired as a
Yeah.
head coach, I mean, you might be fired in 2-3 years. Like
Yeah.
your little experiment better work.
Yeah, you're not going. You're not
that's
going
it.
a 2 quarterback
And
scheme.
Your entire career depends on it because you've been climbing from a GA down in college your whole life up to this moment.
Man,
Yet alone telling the starter like, hey, we're gonna run a 2
Right.
QB
Yeah.
system real quick.
Well, it's not even a 2 QB system. Well, it's unorthodox, right?
Dude,
'Cause
honestly,
you could throw 'em, they throw passes to him. You're a wildcat. Sometimes I think they almost use him too much because Drew will be getting a rhythm, like driving
or
the ball
not
down.
enough. I'm not a big Drew Brees fan.
From a quarterback standpoint, though, that really messes with your rhythm.
Yeah,
And that's annoying, right? Like you throw Taysom Hill first down, second down,
they got.
then
to,
you
man.
throw Drew in on like 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 10. All right, fix the problem for us. You're like, yo, I wish I was in on first.
Dude,
and
Taysom
second.
Hill has some really good stats though.
and he's
I'm not
getting
a big Drew
paid
Brees fan. I'll
too.
say that again.
What'd you say?
I'm not a big Drew Brees fan.
Why?
I used to be.
Oh, are you talking about with the riots and all that, the George Floyd stuff?
I forgot about that.
Dude, everyone forgets so quickly.
Yeah, he fucked up.
He did, and it was a huge deal, and rightly so, right? But people forgot about it.
Yeah,
I think that just shows how quick, like,
Yeah,
you
Taysom
can
Hill.
almost say anything nowadays, and it would just go under the rug. And
So I'm
like,
trying to
that's
tell
how
you.
quick
You
they-
gotta be careful what you say on the pod.
No, but
that's why I'm saying guy identifying. Guys, I'm trying to be.
It's the opposite. You can say whatever you want, and then in a matter of a week, everyone forgets.
No. Some people forget.
Bro.
Wait, why don't you like Drew Brees then?
Yeah.
You know what? I just don't think he's really as good as everyone thinks he is.
You just think he's overrated?
I think he's overrated.
But you were just touting the numbers as this whole thing where Brady's top 5.
Drew Brees' numbers are not that great.
You're joking,
partly
right?
because he got knocked out.
Talking about this season. You're talking about all time.
Oh, you're talking about just this season?
I'm talking about this season.
Bro, he's 40.
We can only go
How old
season
is
to
Drew?
season.
Like 42?
Yeah.
You're giving me his numbers at 42? I'm talking about all time.
Come on, bro. Dude, the Brett Favre, man. Dude been playing for so long. Of course you're going to accumulate stats. Like OJ. You talked to OJ, right?
Yeah.
He stayed in college for a long time. You stay in college for a long time, you're going to have six degrees.
You're just saying it's an accumulation.
It's an accumulation.
No, but if you look at the individual years, he's top 2, 3, 4 consistently.
I'm not going to knock him. I mean, he's a great quarterback.
You can say the same thing about Brady. Why don't you give Brady
No.
the same?
No
one's been playing as long as Brady.
Not the
So
same.
why don't you give him the same?
Because you can play a long time and not have that many rings.
So, okay, so you're saying because he hasn't won enough.
Yeah, he hasn't won.
You can make that argument.
He hasn't won enough.
But is winning a quarterback stat? I don't know.
Yes.
Partly. There's 22 moving pieces.
We will judge how great Pat is
How about
based
A-Rod?
on number.
Okay.
Because he's a Hall of Fame quarterback already, Patrick Mahomes.
Of course.
We will judge him based off of how many rings he wins. If you and he probably won't win more than 4.
Well, what do you do with A-Rod?
A-Rod's a great case study because quite honestly,
Don't say it.
he's a great quarterback, but
Don't say it.
I know that Packer organization, they're thinkers. There's some smart people in that building.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they got Jordan Love. It works. Blind squirrel, Josh Allen. Every once in a while it works.
Well,
No,
I mean,
it's a very well-run organization, no doubt.
Yeah.
But
And there's a reason why they got Jordan Love.
are you saying the same Aaron?
That ring.
What's his
Brett
face?
Favre.
Yeah. Same timing there.
Timing.
Similar to Jordan
But
and Aaron.
Aaron just had one of his best seasons in a long time.
Wonder-
He's gonna
That
win
didn't
MVP this year.
equate to get into the championship. That's a
Is
failure.
that his fault? He's the MVP of the league. What more could you want? To me, that
I
was,
think
to
Aaron
me, that
Rodgers.
was a failure
I think
on the
Aaron
floor.
Rodgers.
If you talk about why they lost to the Bucks,
Oh, well, let's not go back to what happened there. What the whole situation. Nah, that was blunt. Man, with a game, like you can't take it from
I hate to be a Monday morning quarterback, but while it was happening, I will say this: I want him to go for it on 4th down. You have the MVP of the NFL. You have Aaron Rodgers.
You like going for it though.
Yeah, because like there's usually a chart that the coaches use, like probability wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, the math changes when it's Tom Brady on the other sideline. I don't think that chart takes into account the GOAT was playing on the other team. Just takes into account an average opponent. So if you tell me Tom Brady has 2 minutes to drain the clock for a football game to win you the game and go to the Super Bowl, what are the odds on that?
Field goal or a touchdown. If it's a field goal, 100%.
No, I'm saying it's just draining clock. He doesn't have to score because that was the scenario.
I
They're
thought you said
already
I'm
up.
down.
No, the Bucks are already up. That's what I'm saying.
It
So
doesn't
he's
matter.
got to get
It doesn't
what?
matter if I'm playing
He's got
quarterback.
to get 2 first downs. What are the odds on that?
You don't need a great quarterback, 100%. You don't need a great quarterback to catch those 2 first downs.
I was laughing because Brett Favre threw 29 interceptions for his 20 touchdowns the year they drafted Rodgers.
Oh wow!
These are his stats.
Bro, this man has the most picks.
And then wait, look
In
at the
NFL
year,
history.
Look at the year
Accumulation.
directly after the Aaron Rodgers draft. I want to see if there's a big jump.
Bro, look at
right
his stats.
2006.
Let's just scroll.
It's 18 and 18.
Bro, what? Can you scroll up a little
Must have
bit
gotten-
or
oh,
down?
no, he played 15 games.
His best season, he had a 2-to-1 ratio, maybe
Oh, for interceptions? Yeah.
for interceptions, 2.5.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger.
Very end.
He won a Super Bowl, right? How many?
Yeah, I think he's won 2.
That's his best season right there. right before he went out with Minnesota, 33-7.
That was cold. He had a good season that year. He had a good season
Sidney
that year.
Rice?
Yeah. He had a good season that year.
People are like, oh, Favre's going to be like, well, how long is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great year.
Man,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, how often do y'all talk about athletes going broke?
This is the first time. I mean, you're the third or fourth podcast, so.
And you're
Give me
at
something.
47 minutes on the second take, by the way.
Okay, I appreciate it. No, but no, you've done a lot of work like with financial literacy. I remember at Vandy, we had guys over the house, even talking investing, throwing money on like ETF, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on that, bro? You brought it up.
According to Google, it's 78% of former NFL players have gone bankrupt or under financial stress just 2 years after retirement.
Yeah. So you're Roger Goodell.
I'm Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to do anything. Why as Roger Goodell, why would I have to do anything? It's on those guys. It's not on Roger Goodell.
That's one way to look at it, but they're your employees who are making you millions of dollars.
And that
they've already
employees,
have like
that employees,
not the NFLPA, but they've already have these programs in place.
Yeah, they have
obviously
programs.
they're not working to the extent
but for
to which we would like them to work. And so my question is, how can you?
I think it's if it's on the team, it's on the individual teams. You can't look at that statistic in the aggregate. I know that the Titans do a really good job. They started out with a payment schedule that they amortize over the course of the year, or longer than just the 3-4 months of the season, and that's helped a lot of guys, become financially aware of their situation. It's not on NFL. It's not on Roger Goodell. It's not on the NFLPA. It's on the players. Like you go seek out that information, and that is time consuming to be playing in the league and to have all those responsibilities. But you got to seek out that information, and I don't even think the financial advisor is the panacea. The end all cure, the cure. It's you got to attain that knowledge yourself.
It's so easy to say from the outside, but these are 21, 22-year-old guys who come from backgrounds that I didn't necessarily come from. Low-income neighborhoods and so forth, and you get your first taste of millions of dollars, and I mean, I can only imagine how that feels, where it's just insane, and all your boys, like, part of it's not even, there's this whole perception where I'm going out clubbing and I'm spending X amount of dollars, which happens a lot, right? You're buying the jewelry and all that.
Yeah, come on, bro. That happens all the time.
No doubt, it happens a ton, but I think
$75,000 chain. Your game check was
no doubt, but I think the point I was the point I was trying to get to is like your family member is coming up to you and I want cash and I need this.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
An uncle wants to invest in something, Bitcoin, Doge, whatever.
Doja.
I think you brought up last time we were chatting too about was Brandon Marshall, the receiver, and they're having that
whole little thing.
Yeah, I like their podcast.
I just meant that the one thing I've only seen was what you're talking about right now when they're talking about it. Wasn't their misspending? It's everyone coming up with these business ideas and all this other shit. They come to you but
it's hard to say no. It becomes a problem with saying no.
I respect those dudes on that show, but quite honestly, they aren't the ones that really go broke. Like that's like
they could.
But they aren't the ones. Those are the second contractors. Like
because you're saying they're so successful in the NFL.
Yeah, like
dude, anyone can go broke. Floyd Mayweather's damn near broke.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I call it that, by the way. I also thought AB was, but it seems like he's got his head back on his shoulders.
Yeah, the AB one's kind of weird, but
we'll get to that. Yeah. But yeah, man, like if you sign that second contract and you play 3-4 years after that, and you got to also define what going broke is. But it's the guys that spend a year or two in the league and spend
that's a problem,
or spend a year in the league playing, or maybe more, but spend 3-4 more years after that trying to stay in the league. Like going home, getting called to training camp, going home. Getting in practice squad, spend 2 weeks on practice squad, going back home. Like those those missed earnings throughout those years, those are the players that end up going broke. Like they made, okay, cool, they made, $800,000, $900,000 from, being activated for 2-3 games and then being on the practice squad, over the course of a year or 2 years. But then for the next 2-3 years, all that dwindles away.
Yeah. You have no income for 2-3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
or little
expenses,
or little income.
Your training, if you have kids, your family.
And it's cool. Like you played on the active roster for 2-3 games, made, two $50,000 checks, prior to taxes. And then, played on the practice squad for the rest of the time there. Like that's a cool amount of money. Yeah. You do that for 2 years. Like that's a good start.
No doubt.
But, if we retract that, you're really not making anything if you're trying over 5 years. And your spending habits, align with guys that are making $14 million. Like freaking Tyreek was making, $1 million a game probably, I think. Let's not even talk about Pat.
That's so dumb. Yeah.
$2.6, $2.7 million a game.
He's on something different.
A game.
He's on something different.
A game. Think about that.
They're not.
Good day today.
Right?
Direct deposit hit, $2.6 million.
Good day today.
What in the world?
That's
bro.
I just want to get that notification.
$2.6 million a game.
He's on something different, and he's like 24.
Bro, he thought I was super young too.
Really?
Yeah, we had this situation where Tyron was catching punts. I was like, oh, snap, Tyron. Like, cause usually I'm catching punts for any type of period. And I was like, Tyron, dang, bro, like, you can catch punts really well. And Tyron was like, bro, do you know who I am? Like, I'm an All-American punt returner. You know who I am? And all the coaches are, chiming in like, bro, he doesn't know who you are. He's the rookie. Like, I'm like, honestly, I didn't know you caught punts. And then Pat was like, man, give him a break, man. He's a youngster. And one of the other coaches was like, Pat, you're only a year older than him. You just make a ton of money. And I was like, it is true. Like, you just feel like you're just like much older.
Yeah.
Because he's making a ton of money. But yeah, he's super young.
He's been in the league for 3-4 years.
That's just also crazy too.
And you really only think he gets 4?
Huh?
I've been saying that like I right now, the only person I see giving Tom a run for his money is Pat because of how quickly he started. You don't think he goes?
No. Defense. Tom Brady had great defenses.
For legacy, you're saying?
Huh?
In terms of legacy? In terms of being the best of all time?
In terms of being he doesn't give him a run for his money because he won't be able to win that many Super Bowls.
You can't say that, man. He's going to have a shot. And I love Brady.
No.
Hardcore Brady guy.
If he wins this weekend, I think he's got a shot.
If he wins this weekend, that's just going to be like a really cool thing. Like
this game will be huge for his legacy.
It is the biggest game.
Otherwise. But looking back 20 years from now, that'll always be a huge victory.
But in the following years,
it's LeBron beating Jordan in a finals. Because there's always the LeBron-Jordan debate. Yeah. And so if they played and Jordan was anywhere near his prime.
An old Jordan. Tom Brady.
Oh, but
Tom Brady's 2 years from.
If you took Brady's excellence this year and threw it into Jordan, and he played versus LeBron at Pat's point in his career, that's the equivalent. And there's been nothing like that in sports. That's why this game is so insane.
It is huge.
If I'm Roger Goodell, if I'm the execs at in the league,
blowing this up. It should be the Brady Mahomes show.
The best case scenario.
Did they plan it?
Potentially. It's so great.
I was like, remember that Packers game? There's a bunch of fucked up calls in that Packers game.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, did they plan it? But and here's why Mahomes won't be better than him. It's because they're doing it through their offense. And at the end of the day, we call it in finance mean reversion. It's going to be your defense that wins you championships. And he just doesn't have that. And in subsequent years, they got to pay cats. Yeah. You can't, and he's getting paid, and the cap is going down. So there's going to the cap's going down by $25 million, and it may go down by more than that because of the lost revenues from this past season.
Wow.
So it's going to be hard to create a team. So
that's tough,
he's going to be a great player, but you look at Brady's championships, man. He had a lot of great defenses, and there was at points where Brady was a game manager who came up in the last, couple of minutes of a game, but he was a game manager for the most part. So I don't know. I don't know about that. You want to talk about this the story before we head off?
Yeah.
About football?
Yeah.
So my path to the NFL was much different than everyone else's. COVID-19 obviously had an impact on everyone, but probably, a different impact on me than you would expect. So we finished the season. I'm like, all right, man, I'm good. I'm tired. Football's been great, but I got to hang up my cleats. So, I'm going out to banquet, and Coach Moorhead, he's the wide receiver coach with the Eagles now. He's my wide receiver coach. He's like, man, just keep going, like keep trying. I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to do this, man. Like this is daunting. This whole draft process, getting ready for the combine. People always say it's their best time. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to play ball. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hang them up. But I didn't make that choice initially, so I'm training for the first 3-4 weeks. I went to Guatemala, bienvenidos. Went to Guatemala.
I remember that.
And work on my Spanish, and I went and worked on a cattle farm in Texas, like in the middle of nowhere. And so like throughout this whole time, I'm still training, and I get back and I'm home in Sacramento. I'm with my best friend Edward, and we're at the gym, and I'm lifting. He was like, "Bro, something's wrong." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, like you're just not in it." Like, you're right. He's like, you want to go play basketball? I was like, yeah, let's go play basketball. And I quit. I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not training for football. So for about, 4 months, I didn't really work out. Besides playing basketball and like going in and, hitting the aesthetic muscles like the biceps and the shoulders and stuff. So I didn't really work out. And the week of pro day, I was getting calls from teams like, hey, Justice, like, we haven't seen anything about you. Like, what are you doing? And I just ignored the calls. I still got their voicemails and stuff. And this coach called me, and I was like, I need to be forthcoming with these coaches and be honest. And I think it was like Bob Scooter or something like that from the Jets called me, and he was like, hey, Justice, like, I want you to come to this meeting with me, prior on a day of pro day or the day before, and let's go over film. And I was like, hey, coach, like, honestly, I made a decision. I'm going to go work on Wall Street and just go do that and, be a normal guy. And that whole week, there was, speculation that pro day might be canceled. Like March 14th was like the turning point for like COVID, like, COVID's first case and here, and here. And I think it was in March, whatever. And that week, I was like, all right, at least I'll, maybe just go catch balls for pro day. We don't have a lot of receivers out there, and so Riley needs somebody to throw to. And I get a text that says pro day is canceled. So I'm like, honestly, that works in my favor. Like, I'm not even cool. I don't even got to go out there and catch balls. So now I don't even have to look back at it and be like, I didn't give it all I got. Like, I didn't finish. Yeah. And then this guy Mo invites me to come and throw with him with a couple other buddies. And at that time, my buddy was out with me, and, at that point, Edward, who I originally quit with, and we're just chilling, doing what people in Nashville should be doing. And we're throwing, and I'm like, wow, like, this game is so much fun. Yeah. This is literally the day of pro day. And I'm like, I should play. So that next day, I made that decision to start playing again. So it was... But here's the thing. For when I didn't work out, so I was 190 pounds. I didn't work out. I got down to 165. So this whole time, coaches were calling me, trying to check in. Hey, like, what's your weight? Where are you at? Da-da-da. And this is why I wasn't answering the phone in the first place, besides the fact I wasn't playing. So, like, that next week, coaches were all checking in, like, hey, I know pro day's canceled, but we're going to, have you send virtual film and stuff. And I'm like, bro, I didn't say this, but I'm like, I'm not sending any film of me. Like, I'm 165 pounds. I don't even know what speed training looks like anymore. First time I caught a ball was on Sunday with my homie. Like, if these guys try to bring me in, it's bad. Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, COVID kept getting worse. So they couldn't bring me in for virtual workouts. They couldn't bring me in, or not for virtual, for workouts. They couldn't bring me in for interviews. Nothing. They didn't even know what I looked like. And I look completely different. Like, I could have walked, anywhere, and you would think, like, this dude is a scrawny little dude that doesn't even work out, just some regular dude. Draft day comes around. It's the draft week. I had just hired an agent the week before, and I'm still kind of up in there. Like, I want to play football, but I low-key made a commitment to my company to come back. So I'm working at Goldman Sachs, I guess. And I'm calling people. I'm like, man, maybe I should play football. Maybe I shouldn't. And Man, I end up texting some Reese Jones-Drews is a big guy in my life. He's the original guy that helped me make a decision on college when I chose to go to Harvard over Cal, Duke, Utah, and all those Pac-12 schools. I think they're great. Right. And then like USC, and then well, I didn't get off from there. I would have went there though.
Fight on.
Disclaimer. But yeah, man. And he was like, man, just go play like football. Football is your passion, and work will always be there. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. And this is literally like 2 days before the draft started. That I was like, officially like, all right, I'm gonna play. But I still didn't tell my company because teams just tell you stuff. And then, man, kid you not, last day of the draft, halfway through the last round, I get a call. My agent's like, you ready? I'm like, for what? I'm like, it was like, we got an offer. I'm like, from who? He's like, the Chiefs. I said, stop playing. He was like, no, the Chiefs. I'm like, should we do it? And he's like, yeah, I would do it.
Like, yes.
Yeah, like this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, shoot, let's do it. And called the scout for the Chiefs, and he was like, yeah, man, we're excited about you, man. But what I learned though when I got there was I was literally the last person in the door. And what's cool is I was the last one out, legit, especially after they had to make cuts prior to even training camp starting, then cuts throughout training camp. The team, I remember Clyde telling me like, man, Coach Dillon just told me like, whoever's here is here. He literally told me that. I'm sitting right next to him. He was like, man, yeah, Coach Dillon was like, man, because we were hurting. Like everyone's getting cut. Like these are our homies. Yeah. And he had came back, man, from a meeting. I'm just chilling. And Clyde was like, man, whoever's here is here. Like these are the guys on the team. Like, wow. You ain't got to worry about it. And I'm doing the numbers. I'm like, at least 2-3 more guys got to go. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I know who's gonna go. Or at least it's cut. The rest of the guys are coming back on the practice squad. And I'm like, cool, I'm good. And I got that text, 5 a.m. text, like, hey, bring your iPad and everything. Bring your parking pass and everything else. Management wants to see you.
Damn. You already know what it is.
Oh yeah, everyone knew it was coming. Yeah. But what's funny is, after that, you get the practice squad callbacks the next day. So you got to clear waivers, and then if another team picks you up, you're good. You're on their 53 man. Otherwise, you can come back to practice squad. So the next day, I wake up, I'm like, cool, like, man, like Coach Tobe's talking about me in the papers. There's stuff coming out about me, like even being on the 53 man rosters. I thought I was gonna make the 53 man. Yeah. Being the starting punt returner, kick returner, and then filling in where I need it. So there's stuff coming out about that. That's why you don't read your own press. And then I'm hearing coaches talking about, man, like, good, we got you here. Like we didn't know you had what you had, and then we got a gym. I'm like, at least I'm coming back to the practice squad. I get a text from my buddy Kalijah. He's like, hey, I just got the call. They call me back. They called me back to the office to sign my practice squad contract. I was like, cool. All right, K's back. I got another call from Jordan Tamu, who's at Ole Miss, who's the Chiefs and Texans, and I think he's back with the Chiefs. And he was like, yeah, bro, I got the text. I'm coming back. Cool. So I'm like, I call my boy Tommy, and Tommy's like, bro, you're good. He's a punter. He's like, bro, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. And he wanted me. Yeah, we're supposed to room together, so I was supposed to get a place with him. So we were supposed to, go in on a place. Yeah. And never got that text, never got that call, and I was fishing the whole time. Just fishing until I got that call, and then I got the last call, and they're like, hey, look, man, we're just going a different direction. What's your flight information? And now I'm back on the pod.
Now you're on momentum.
Yeah, bro, that was a long story. Goddamn.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it was a beautiful story. Like, if there's ever an argument that you can make for a scenario where, like, God does everything for a reason, like that kind of thing, True. It's this story.
True. Absolutely.
Where, seriously, if it weren't for COVID happening, and it was really cool to be by you, like, this entire journey. Yeah. You wouldn't have had this opportunity of a lifetime, and who knows what happens where you get another call and you keep training. Like we were just done the other day. Yeah. I mean, looking as sharp as ever, to be honest, working with the SE boys.
SE.
Featuring Justice. Hey. Bullen was out there. We had a great beach workout. But no, I mean, in reality, I think it's freaking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
No doubt.
Well, appreciate it. Appreciate the pod,
let's wrap this up. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it.
All right, brother.